What's up, guys? Emser Knows Books back today with another video. Today, I am discussing J.A.J. Mitten's Discovery. This is Talking Story. I'll leave a link to their channel and their Amazon and all that for the book in the description. And I got a chance to take a crack at this. I had been waiting patiently for a little bit. I kind of wanted some separation from everything. So I would be able to go in. Now, I don't know the Mittens at all. I would love to, and I'd love to get to talk to them and all that. But either way, I got to really take a look at this book. And first of all, I did the audio, and these people did. That was excellent work. Okay. All right, let me make that abundantly clear. Very good book, or very good audio book. Now, I will read the little blurb from the website. In 1992, the dawn of the age of technology, a disgraced game show host, Manny DiMartini, my spirit animal, dreams of a comeback, a deep sea TV special in the South Pacific. But he bites off more than he can chew, attracting the attention of a cosmic being with a very big secret. When Manny's video shocks the world with proof of a sleeping alien in a ruined underwater city, humanity freaks out. As humanity brumbles through the apocalypse, a team of misfit heroes emerges. A determined news researcher in way over her head, a brilliant computer scientist with dangerous ideas, a sassy orphan with a mysterious past and bizarre abilities, a drug-addled teen who stumbles upon a supernatural artifact, a precarious girl who descends from a prophet of a peculiar religion, a sports car-loving nun whose past holds answers for them all. These are the heroes who must prepare for the cosmic war to come. Are they prepared for the war that not only threatens Earth, but also the very fabric of reality? Now, I think if we go over everything, I think the pros, I will not rate it just because, again, I did not physically read the book, so I can't tell you. Well, I think the dialogue for the most part was pretty strong. At times, I think things got a little over descriptive. And at certain points, like, I kind of understood what we were going with, so we probably could have cut some of that down. So if I did rate it, probably like 4.5. Still really good, though. And again, I don't really care about pros. Characters. I think I'm going to go with a 5. Maybe a little lower. But, man, I think the characters they did here, for the most part, were really strong. And I think they were all very distinct. And maybe a part of it is that the audio, they did hire, like, actual different narrators for all these different characters who are of different ethnicities and races and all that. Most of the time, the voices felt very unique. It felt very, like, in the pocket. Like, they knew, the Mintons, goodness, knew what they were doing. They had the direction, and they went. And I appreciate that. The plot, I'm going to give a 4. And the reason I'm doing that is that I think how would I explain it? I think the very first act of the book is actually by far the weakest. And I think in that moment, I was really struggling to question. Like, I was reading it, and I don't think it was bad by any means, but I was like, this is a little rough. And I'm worried about my attachment. And then we kind of get rolling, and I got more and more into it, and we get more and more of the world, which I'm giving a 5. I'm a world-building guy, I think. That and characters probably, I don't know. The plot is pretty important, too. But either way, I think the world we're starting to build out is pretty strong. I think, okay, the beginning does hurt for me a little bit. I think at times the pacing got a little weird because we get a little too bogged down in descriptions. Some of the characters are real. I think the characters' voices are very distinct, but my attachment to all of them at times were a little bit lacking. I think that's what this book is. It's really good, but it's not quite over the edge to being great. But the potential for greatness is up through the roof. And that's where I do agree with a lot of, fellow booktube creators and their opinions on the book. I do think the potential for this series and the Minton family is very high. Now, is that all in this book per se? Like, is this a greatest book? No. But I would highly recommend it if you have not read it. First of all, it's like, I believe it's, if you do paperback only, it's like $18.99. Like, come on, guys. In today's day and age, $18.99. Come on now, that's a deal. I think the way the story flows, it felt like the Mintons even had found their flow about over a quarter of the way through. And that was when I felt like the book really got going. And the ending overall, I thought was pretty strong. A little bit of it, I was kind of like, okay, this feels a little shoehorn / like, it'd be cool for a reread, but at the same time, like, even when you're first reading it, it's like, okay, this is a little, but I actually really enjoyed this book. So I'm going to go with a 4.25 or a 4 flat. I think it's a very good book, and I think it's deserving to be read, and I think that the hype is, for the most part, real. Again, is this a 5-star, like, smash out of the park? I don't think so. Personally, I don't think this is a horror book, to anybody who, I guess, has that fear. I will tell you right now, I am a wuss with horror, point blank period. Horror movie trailers, I'm looking like this. Don't do it to me. This book is not. Maybe it's laying the groundwork for the future, but this book in itself is not. So, please check this out. And as always, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. But now we get to the fun part. And I hope the Mintons watch this video, because the reactions, those are worth it. So, without further ado, guys, if you haven't read the book yet, go read it, come back, and watch the vlogs and the spoiler review. Peace. And we're back. I had quite a fun time, and you can see my enjoyment and progression with the book grow with each and everything. With each and every vlog. We, of course, have our book awards. The MVP is Lucia. I don't know. I'm sorry. Mintons, you need to understand my pronunciation is... All right. It just is what it is. I'm sorry. I love her so much. I love her humor. As a fellow fat guy myself, I appreciate the terrible eating habits, okay? I appreciate that. I love her attitude. I love her fight for what she thinks is right. And her pride in herself and her work, I think, is really, really, really good. I think every time she's on it, when we got to her section, I was the most invested. I think her mini arc kind of throughout the book is very strong. I just think Lucia is for sure the MVP. But the Rookie of the Year, and I think the character that is going to be the star of the show. Of course, I'll say that now, and they'll probably get killed in book 2, and I'll be very mad because it will be out of spite. I'm going with Das, man. Listen, man. All right. Let's talk about it. Das. I love you, and I hate you at the same time because you're such a fucking bad dad. Like, you are so bad at what you do. But damn it, you're so interesting. And damn it, your past is so important. But now you're going to have an agent of chaos. Lock in. Lock in. Do not fall. And then, hold on, you see, now I have to talk about the ending because chaos. So, okay. I'm all over the place. See, this is how you know I enjoy a book. So, sorrow and chaos. So, these like godlike entities have been moving to try and get that sense of helping the world. Well, sorrow has. Chaos is, well, living to his name. Oh my, bro. Chaos took over my spirit animal. Okay? He took over my man's Martini. And he basically was like, listen, bro, you're rocking with me. And because of that, you will be loved, adored, praised. You will be worshipped. So then my question is, have you been doing that shit with other people? Because Robert, you can absolutely suck one. But are you that bad of a guy? Because Robert in Act 1 is nothing like Robert at the end of the book. Now, it is alluded to that he's a piece of shit or he's like super weird in Act 1. But I don't know, man. Emster theory, chaos has taken over Robert. This is not Robert. It has never been Robert. But damn it, man. Maybe you're just a piece of shit and it just is what it is. But, like, I don't know, man. I don't know. But I think Das and what we're going to get from him in San Francisco is going to be good. The momentum changer is the first interlude with Das. I think this is when we first kind of get that step back. We look at the world and how the discovery of the Sleeping One has changed everything. And I think because of that, and then with what we got from Das and Lucia working there, and I just think it's when I really was like, oh, okay, now I'm interested. The momentum, or my apologies, the sixth man of the year. This is easy for me. Rest in peace, Mary. You were 101, man. You damn near won MVP, sixth man. You won damn near everything. Because she's fucking cool, okay? She's like a Spanish version of fucking Nick Fury, man. She was getting the Avengers together. She was the guy that, you know, got the Netflix cinematic universe to connect. And I was here for it, man. And then she got hoed. Oh, my God, that made me so mad, bro. For no reason. God. And the artificial life forms. There's a couple things I think that are going to be important. Okay. One, the deletion of that random life form. That the Mintons made an explicit point to point out about them deleting him and being like, oh, but we're not God, so that doesn't matter, blah, 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 blah. That entity might be important. Second off, I wonder, right? We talk about the box. And we talk about all these things. See, I'm trying to like theory crap because I got the ideas in my head. Because, for example, okay, this will help me actually. I'm not being disrespectful. I have the audio on my phone. It helps me out. So Ashanti, I actually really enjoyed her story as well. When we got Ashanti, she is described as the Rook. So then I was like, okay, well, what if I visualize the characters as these pieces on the board? Well, the king, at least according to Sorrow, is the AI. Claire, no. I don't remember. I'm sorry. Memory, short-circuiting. I think Claire's the king. If she was taken, it's Jover. I think the queen was Mary because she could move anywhere on the board. And just like Mary, she knew way more than everybody else. And she was moving all around to get all the pieces to, to snap into place. So then you have the knights and the bishops. Because the queen has been taken out, right? And we look at, if we go from the, yep, perfect. Okay. So you take out the nun. So then that would leave you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pieces. Now, to be fair, one of these pieces was not who we talked about. I think now there's also going to have to be a pawn. And I feel really bad. But I think Das is the pawn. But I mean that in a good way because in chess, right, the pawn is used to help set up others. And when you look at this book specifically, Das throughout each part is basically acknowledging that he is willing to sacrifice for others to take his work to the next level. He's willing to be a pawn. Even though his pride is a whole different issue. He's a prideful pawn. PP. But okay, so you have Das as the pawn. We lost our queen. We have the king, who is not one of the main characters, right? We already are known to have Ashanti as the rook. I think Tony's the knight, especially because he plays the God game. I think Tony is going to be very important later on. And I think what he does is going to be very interesting. And I think Ashanti might you have to, or that would probably make Lucia the bishop. Not that, again, a lot of these pieces I don't think necessarily have a one-to-one comparison, but I just feel like the way the Mintons talk about literature and their stuff, they do not do anything, haphazardly. So I'm like, okay, well, Ashanti being called the rook has to mean something. So I'm like, okay. Oh, man. And then the Underground Railroad. This is random. So I was thinking about this. So they talked about the Underground Railroad and how there are certain powers that you could get. Like Mary had the one where she can like occasionally tap into the thoughts of people and recognize when they're lying and stuff like that. Are there ones? Well, there are, we know, for prophecy. Now we know there's like telepathy. So then where do we go from there? Do we get like some super speed? Do we get some super strength? Come on now, hold on. Because our mini lines on the Underground Railroad, and even that they call it a network, right? Like these tunnels that are all so I think there's this idea. I don't know how to describe it, but I think it's going to be very interesting. And the sleeping one. Okay. I wonder, is the sleeping one capable of corrupting the AI? Second off, is this all happening because Sorrow made a bad choice? And what I mean by that is, we have, the feared one or whatever. But Chaos made a point that was very interesting to me. You took away the factor of chaos in a lot of ways from this world. And I wonder if this series or this book or whatever, there's a point that you need chaos. You need equilibrium. So now it feels like there's an overcorrection. Oh. All right, guys. This book's fucking good. You got me. I'm cooked. I'm excited. And I want to know what all you guys think. I hope the Mintons, were able to sit through my ramblings. Tell me how stupid I was. But as always, guys, this is Mr. Notes Books. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe. And as always, have a great rest of your day. Let me know what you thought of Discovery in the comments below. Peace out.